SoccerBeat. Yes, sir. My name is Umjaka. I'm here with Manqoba Ngwenya, a Sundowns legend. Sizokwazi namhlanje msheke. Have some highlights from your career, a stellar career yourself that you've had. You played under 17, under 20, under 23, ne?
Yeah, Umjaka.
And of course, start for Sundowns is a legend right now. Msheke, let's get right into it, man. Let's get to the best part. The best player you've ever played with.
Yo, that's a tough one. Umjaka. In my Sundowns career, one of the first players to be bought by Patrice when he started buying all the superstars. So there's a lot of great players. One that comes to mind now that I played against and also played with is old John Mabizela. For me, undoubtedly one of the best defenders in the world that I've ever played with. The composure, the class, the way he reads the game. So it definitely comes into mind. Maybe if I can mention another one, Surprise Muriri. Such quality as well, such quality, a rare breed, And another one, Gift Remy, who I had a chance to play with maybe 2 or 3 games, left and right, the quality in the technique, when he's shooting the ball, the skill factor, the strength, So yeah, I played with a lot of quality players, but I'll put OJ there as number one.
Tough call for you, man. Tough call for you. And the best coach, Shege?
The best coach. I would say the best coach that has ever coached me.
Yeah.
I would give it to Habas. Habas was a great coach, in terms of his tactics and everything. I learned a lot as now an expiring coach myself now. There's a lot of things I took from him in the way he put his message across, He might not have got the best results for Sundowns when I was there, but in terms of his technique and his tactics of how he coaches, I think he's one that stands out for me. I've had great coaches also in Neil Tovey, Paul Doleza, but Habas really stood out for me in the message. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it tough for you since you say you're an aspiring coach as well, Shege. Then pick your 5 here that you'd go to war with your 5-a-side team. Since you're an aspiring coach and you've mentioned the best players that you played with.
5-a-side team. Wow. Okay, I'll have OJ at the back.
Yep.
And I'll have Surprise Muriri, the guys that I've mentioned. I'll have Ifli Remy. Who else would I have?
Yourself?
Definitely, I'm there in front. I'm the last one there. I'll have maybe behind me, I'll have him doggies. Behind me.
Sure.
Is there one left?
Goalkeeper is the tough choice that you gotta make, my man.
Can it be a current player?
Go ahead. It can be a current player.
Definitely, I'll have world's number 1, Williams.
Some of the goalkeepers you played with might get mad at you, man.
Yeah, no, Brian Baloyi is definitely one who's a legend for me. Let me rather put him than a current player, because at that time he would be the person that I'd go to war with, definitely Spider.
Or he might not buy drinks when you guys hang out again,
Yeah, exactly.
With that, let's go to a quick ad break and pay some bills and come back with more from Manqoba Ngwenya, some of his favorite things, some of the toughest opponents. We're still going to talk about a lot. Ad break and pay some bills.
You see, it was this game that turned boys into giants. Even today's aces inherited the name from those who came before.
Skillful.
Usavutha lo mlilo, buza kwabaziyo, bazokutshela. Lisegazini, forever.
Betway is giving customers a chance to win big with their 4 to score free weekly prediction. Simply predict the first teams to score in 4 Betway Premiership matches, and you could win 50,000 Rand. Scan the QR code on screen now to enter. Get way more with Betway. Standard T's and C's apply. And we're right back. Umjaka here. I'm here with Manqoba, Ngwenya, Umsheke, Shakes, and Mamelodi Sundowns legend, of course, the former international for South Africa as well. Mshege, we talked about the best player, your five-a-side team. Your toughest opponent, Mshege, who gave you nightmares?
Yeah, okay, OJ was one of them because I played against him when he was at Pirates. But I will never forget, I'll never forget Cosmos. Half of the time when we were playing Cosmos, a lot of guys didn't really want to be in the team. That's one time where you're not sure whether you want to be in the team or not because hey, you'll face jaws of life there. Hey, that man can kick you, my brother. Yo, Rabuta. So he
Okay.
definitely was one person I really didn't enjoy facing. He was a tough opponent because he was hard, he was tall, he was strong, and yeah, it would be war when I'm up against him, you're going to have a tough time. So Jaws of Life, definitely one of the toughest defenders I've faced.
Jaws of Life. Oh my goodness. If only the kids knew. When you say Jaws of Life, I'm sure they can pick up from that nickname that it was
Yeah,
dangerous when you faced him.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
And the
Those jaws
trickiest
would bite you. You can't come out without a bite.
and the trickiest mistake and the most skillful one that you played with. Or even
The
against.
most skillful player I've ever played with would definitely be Lawrence Masigela, who I played with at Wits University and also for the under-23 national team. What a skillful player he was, And I know very well that his uncle, Black Sunday Masigela, was also a very skillful player. So I'm not surprised it's in the genes, Kicks, Lawrence Masigela was definitely the most skillful player I've played with.
Shege, now a quick one before we go to another ad break. Which team did you support, Kem Shege, when you were a kid?
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was Moroka Swallows, hey? The likes of your Chaka Chaka Mpondo and my all-time favorite AC Mnini, and the reason why I supported Swallows was because my dad supported Swallows and I followed almost
Sure.
everything my dad did. My dad had a football team and he supported Swallows, and my uncle also had a stint at Swallows before he got a long-term knee injury. He was signed up by
Yes.
Swallows. So, in the footballing family that I grew up in, Morocco Swallows was the team. And I used to watch Bo Calvin Peterson, Bo, all those great players, Bo Owen Tekama. Yeah, and I
Sure.
enjoyed watching Swallows. Yeah, I supported Swallows.
Man, it must be a sad time now to know that all that history is gone and vanished, and
Guys,
nowhere to be found now.
it's
Dynasties of.
it's very sad. It's very sad. And my brother's son, my nephew, was at Swallows also. So we come a long way with Swallows, and my family members played for Swallows. So it's very
Oh.
sad to see them, to see Swallows crumbling like it did. And
Ah,
Vets, my former team as well.
Ish, Mshege, this interview is
Yeah.
supposed to be fun, man. Let's go to another ad break and come back with more fun things than being so sad about our favorite Swallows. I'm also, that's my team that I supported as a kid as well. So,
Yeah.
very hard for us to find a home now. But you okay? You at Sundowns, right?
Yeah. I'm at Sundowns now. I'm happy. I'm happy to be supporting the champions.
Let's go to an ad break and pay more bills. Look out for that competition. It's a Sundowns shirt that we're giving away, courtesy of Puma. Umshege is here to celebrate with you if you are the winner of that brand new Mamelodi Sundowns jersey. Congratulations to our latest winners of our competition. Congratulations, Balim Tia and Cornelius Mukele. You each walk away with the brand new Mamelodi Sundowns jersey by Puma. Keep your lock on our socials for more details on how you can be the next winner of the brand new Mamelodi Sundowns jersey by Puma. Standard T's and C's apply. And we're right back. It's Umjaka here. I'm chilling with Manqoba, Ngwenya, Umsheke, Shakes, a Mamelodi Sundowns legend, and of course, a former international from Zanzi. Umsheke, we talked a lot about the tough opponents, the trickiest guy you played with or against, the best players that you played with. Umsheke, let's get into the fun things now. The salary, Umsheke. Yeah? Your first salary. How did you feel about it when you got it, and what did you buy?
Yo, my brother, I think I got my first salary. I was 17 years old, and I was at school, so I was very happy to be getting a salary. And I remember very well, my salary was 999, and there was a lot of money for me. I could buy stuff for school. I could buy my
Sure,
lunch. I could pay for my train fare to go to
sure.
training, and the taxi to come back. And I could buy my own toiletry. So yeah, I was independent now when I started getting a salary, and it was a lot of money for me in those days, 999, and I was happy about it.
And how far did it go up, Kemshege? Which one? Where was the highest earning that you got?
Yeah, obviously, that was a junior contract, obviously, and it was the beginning of my career. I was happy about it, and then obviously
Yeah,
I started to play more and to up my value as a player,
yeah.
and it improved at Vets, and then Sundowns came knocking with Patrice's paycheck, and
Yeah, yeah.
it was something, everybody was happy. Even at Vets they were happy because it was their biggest check when they sold me. It was 1 million, and then I moved on to Vets, to Sundowns from Vets.
Yeah.
And obviously it was a big salary difference. I think it was somewhere around the region of 40,000 that I was earning at Sundowns when I got there, and that was crazy money for me at that time. Yeah.
What did you get, Shege? I'm sure you spoiled yourself. Tico.
Yeah.
What did you get? I'm sure you spoiled yourself.
Yeah, no. I remember I did, I bought a 325
Yeah,
Ti,
yeah.
a BMW. Yeah, no, it was
The
a game
orange one.
changer. Yeah, no. Well, it wasn't my first car. My first car I bought while I was still at Wits, which was
Yeah.
a 200 IS Opel Kadett. It's a
Sure.
car I really loved, and somebody from my area was selling it, and I was like, no ways, I'm buying it. I'm not sure if it was a good buy because the car had a lot of mileage, but I didn't care. I just loved the car, and I wanted to buy it. And I remember the first thing I spoiled myself when I bought that car was the sound system, which was
Sure.
banging, man. Yeah, I know. So
Ah,
yeah, those were the
Shege.
days, man. And yeah, I loved the loud music and having fun. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
For sure, Shege. Did you also have boss on your 200 IS cadets? Did you also write boss?
Right, boss? No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
A lot of guys in Cape Town. A lot of guys in Cape Town wrote boss on the 200 IS.
On the 200 IS, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I didn't have
the
boss.
boss of the
No.
road.
Yeah.
And Shege, you are a snazzy dresser yourself, man. I know. But who competed with you? Who was the closest guy? Some of the snazziest dresser that you played with or been teammates with.
Yeah, you know what? Funny enough, it was a white boy. He was
Sure,
he was a he was one of the best dressers, while we were at Vets.
sure.
Warren Potter. I don't know if you remember Warren Potter. He could
Warren
dress
Porter,
very
yeah, yeah,
nicely.
yeah.
Yeah,
International.
he was a great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he was one of the best dressers who competed with me.
Shege, and and Shege, and now to just finalize, sifuna ukwazi wena xa usitya mfondini udlani, what's your favorite meal? When Shege wants to be satisfied and it's his birthday.
Yeah, you know what, Jaga, I love food, eh? I love food. I love meat.
Yeah.
Funny enough, my brother's vegan and is always telling me to stop eating meat, and I'm telling him that's one thing that's never gonna happen. Um, ngiyayithanda inyama, ngiyayithanda i-cheese nyama. But my favorite food is easy, man. I like your Chinese food. You know, food that you can eat and still be light and not be too heavy. You know, and bloated. So I love your beef chow mains, your chicken chow mains, your rice and soya.
For sure.
I really love Chinese, so that's my favorite.
Now, super Msheke, thank you very much for your time, man. We love chatting to you and hearing some of your favorite things, some of the cool things that have happened in your career. Of course, we also like to hear about the teammates that you've shared the locker room with, the snazzy dressers, the ones who put you to shame and competed with you for that
Yeah.
best dressed. And of course, hearing about the 200 IS and that Beamer, when you
Yeah.
got those big paychecks.
Yeah. No, thanks a lot, Jaga, for having me on your show. It was great, man, and just for celebrating my career. I'm very grateful. I'm very humbled. You know that a lot of people still want to know what Shakes is doing, and celebrating my career, man. I'm happy about that, and thanks so much.
We look forward to a follow up when I'm sharing, especially when Sundowns do well. I can't wait to hear how you'll be feeling around that and how the other legends also feel about the progress of the club.
Definitely, Kabuyelo forever.
Dagom Shege. This is Umjaka
Okay.
for SoccerBeat. Let the beat do the talking. SoccerBeat, what's